Recovery is a process of decisions podcast. This podcast is a weekly revealing of the recovery journey of peer support specialist Trent Thomas. Join him on his internal research-driven dive into what to and what not to do in sustaining recovery. His weekly episodes demonstrate that you are not alone, and what we can't do alone, we can do together. This life is hills and valleys, but we were built for struggle. These weekly episodes are a journey into his life lessons as he fulfills his daily mandate to help someone other than himself. Welcome. The Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. This is Trent Thomas, your recovery peer support specialist. Tonight's episode is entitled Forgiveness is Your Lifesaver in Recovery. Feelings can kill. Depression can kill you. Anger can kill you. Jealousy can kill you. Feelings have the ability to drown you and end your life prematurely. Forgiveness and the ability to forgive is a God-given attribute that acts as a lifesaver as you struggle within the sea of feelings. Just like your arms and legs get tired as you attempt to stay afloat, so the same is true as you attempt to navigate against the negative feelings of depression, anger, or jealousy. Forgiveness allows you to stay afloat and not get consumed by these negative feelings. It allows you to move forward and not get swept up in the whirlpool of a negative feeling, overflowing your emotional barriers and possibly ending your life prematurely. Forgiveness is an internal relief valve that diffuses emotional tsunamis. If I forgive you, it is an internal mechanism that allows me to save my own life. It is a I feeling. Forgiveness cannot be placed in another being. It is a self-generated feeling and places a stoppage of the inner churning of hate, anger, fear, depression caused by the actions of someone else. You will never move past those feelings until you forgive the perpetrator of the feelings of distress. In other words, the perpetrator will forever hold you hostage by their actions. The same is true when it comes to forgiving yourself. You will never move beyond the negative feelings generated by your bad past decisions. For me, I had to forgive not only my bad past decisions, but also the bad decisions made by my wife, who also suffered from this disease. I had assumed that all her bad actions were my responsibility. And it was not until I forgave her and accepted the fact that her decisions were hers, and they were not mine or my responsibility. Forgiveness allowed me to move past this whirlpool of negative feelings. I found myself floating in endlessly. Once I found forgiveness, I was finally able to save my own life by using a lifeboat of forgiveness and navigate my way out of the sea of internal depression I was swirling in. Forgiveness saved my life. With forgiveness, I was finally free to live a stress-free, happy, and joyous life. Gone finally were the midnight tears and nightly restless dreams filled with images of bad decisions made by my wife. Finally, with forgiveness, I was permitted to move to shore and recover. I was finally able to find the beachhead of sanity from the God of my understanding and live. Recovery is a decision to live and not die. My life is testimony to the power of God and following His will, His way, and His undeserved mercy. Forgiveness saved my life. With the act of forgiveness, I permitted my recovery to advance and reset my new life decisions to be free of yesterday's trauma and misery. Gone were my relentless struggle against myself. Forgiveness permitted me to live a life free from suffocation of all hope and internal joy. Forgiveness of myself mirrored the forgiveness God showed me daily. Forgiveness unhooked the handcuffs I had placed on myself, hindering my freedom of movement and climbing the stairs of successful recovery. Forgiveness permitted the decision to live, to take direction, and enter the roadway of a successful life. Forgiveness now permitted me to live life on life's terms, this day and every day, one day at a time. This is Trent Thomas on another episode of Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. You can now subscribe to this podcast and receive special in-depth episodes for subscribers only, as well as a private personal email account to communicate directly with me for comments and show suggestions. In addition, I will be doing podcast shout-outs to all those subscribers who request shout-outs. As always, your inspiring comments can be left at transnetrecover.com/podcast. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, hashtag TransnetRecover. Thank you and have a blessed day.